Hello, everyone. Welcome to week 3 of Startup School. All right. So we're gonna do 3 things today. So one, I'm gonna give a quick update about group sessions and the state of things. Anu is going to do a wonderful talk about metrics, and she's going to actually cover both of the topics on there. And then Adore has gone onto the Startup School forum and pulled a ton of questions from everyone participating in the program about metrics and a bunch of different other categories. So we'll do a super Q&A after Anu's talk. So the main update about group sessions is there's a lot of you guys. So since the last time I gave an update about the numbers of that attendance to Startup School, we've closed registration. So I think the last time when we started, we were at 23,000 companies. When we closed registration, we are now at 29,000 companies participating in the program. So we had a really weird thing where the number of updates that we received and the number of people requesting group sessions actually increased from week 1 to week 2. So in week 1, we had 10,000 scheduled. And then about 8,000 were sort of attended. And in week 2, we had 12,700 group sessions scheduled by companies and 10,000 attended. So we actually had more companies attend than the last time, but we sort of have an attendance problem. So there's a couple of things that we're making changes to sort of help alleviate this. Number 1, to deal with all the flakiness, right? So what we're going to do is basically say we've emailed everyone that has missed 2 sessions, and we say, if you miss a third, you will not be allowed to schedule any more group sessions. I understand that you might forget, things can get in the way, there might be problems, but I think missing 3 in a row is probably the line that we're going to sort of make about compliance. The second thing is, we've had a very small handful. So out of almost 18,000 group sessions that have been scheduled and done, I think we've had 3 complaints by founders who've said, I've been in a session that was so bad that the founders were very, very aggressive, they dominated the time, or disrespectful to me. And so I want you to know, what's our policy behind that? How are we going to deal with that? And the most fair way that we can think to do this is basically, if a founder complains about you, we'll tell you that, hey, basically, founders complained about you, and it's basically sort of a warning. We are not going to do anything about it. But if you're in 2 different group sessions and 2 different founders have complained about your attitude or behavior in a group sessions, then we will also no longer allow you to participate in group sessions. We are not a judge. We're not going to investigate what exactly happens. We're just going to use that simple data to determine that hey, it just seems like it's reasonable that you can talk to people about your company and also give positive, constructive feedback to other companies without having someone complain about your participation. I just feel like it's very, very easy based on the thousands of sessions that are being done. So hopefully that will, 1, help people's behavior. Hopefully that people will be polite and be very respectful. And number 2, that we will start reducing the number of people who are not serious about participating in the group sessions and taking advantage of people who are serious in the program. I think so far we already have almost 10,000 updates. So we're just blown away by the level of commitment and participation in the program. So we're really excited about all the stuff that we're seeing. The last thing we're doing, Kyle burned the midnight oil. And one of the best things that we thought we could do to help fix group sessions is if you are in a group session and no one has showed up, we're going to allow you to switch into another group session. And so Kyle had to figure some stuff out. And so the way it's going to work is we actually run our algorithm twice. So one time to figure out what is a good matching for you for the week. We've also changed this time around to make sure that you're less likely to match up with other companies. Most companies didn't have that experience, but there was a tiny small sliver that still resulted in several hundred, just based on our large numbers that got matched up with a lot of the same companies. So that's going to be greatly diminished. But the thing is, we'll run it a second time to see are there sister groups that might be similar to your group? So therefore, if for some reason you're in a room that no one else has showed up, we very easily will know that what the next best group to match you up with, that will also be based on all our sort of matching criteria. So we just finished building it out. and by we, I mean Kyle. We're going to test it out for this week, and hopefully that's going to help everyone else out. One thing to keep in mind, and we'll give some instructions about this, if you're having problem connecting, so like the video quality, etc., this will not fix that. So if you're trying to connect to the group session, you see people are in there, but the quality is really poor, switching over to another group will not fix your problems probably, just based on what we sort of understand. So don't just switch willy-nilly based off of that. And the thing is, the software will kind of like help you understand like if the condition's right for you. So that's that. Last week, we also tried in-person sessions. So we, just realized like, oh, okay, there's a lot of people that are requesting that they're like, oh, I think there's a lot of people in our city. I would be happy to meet with them in person. We would love to be able to participate. And so what we had was we put into the group sessions when you updated a weekly update to allow you to say like, hey, do you want to participate in that program? 43% of you said you were interested in that. That was way more than we want to try out something that sophisticated. And we tried it out with 100 companies. We did companies here in San Francisco because we knew they were local, that we can sort of like better monitor. And then we did a bunch of companies in Bangalore. So people who are more likely to have problems with their connection methods, but also in a high concentration of startups. And so the results are, the companies who did the in-person sessions, basically in terms of usefulness rated of the session, participation was not any better than people participating in the video sessions. There's two big downsides though of doing in-person. Number one, we just watched that it took a lot more logistics, it took a lot of email and work for founders that we don't like. We like it, the idea of like it's one push button and you start getting a session with people. And secondly, you're matched with far less companies. Just the number of companies that would qualify that we think would have a good experience in the group sessions, we can match them to, that are also within proximity of your meeting and also available at the time that you could be, just drastically reduce the number of people that we could even match for that. So since it was not a system that can scale and the quality of those sessions did not seem any better than the video sessions, we're not going to do any more of them. So just a heads up on that. I know probably a lot of people were hoping for that. Tons of you are organizing informal sessions to watch these lectures or like just do meetups in your own cities. We do not discourage that. You're welcome to do that. The only caveat I have is like, don't get distracted doing that so much that you're not working on your startup. So that's number one. A lot of people have asked us if we will help them endorse the program or do some stuff. We're just not going to do that. We don't run those in-person sessions. We would feel uncomfortable endorsing anyone. And also, once we start doing some, how do we decide which ones we don't do? I don't want to make any of those decisions. So you're welcome to go do that. A lot of people are having a good time organizing those. We're going to keep trying to improve group sessions, and I'm hoping this new system for allowing you to switch will help that dramatically. I think that's it. Anyone have any questions about group sessions so far? Yes.
So if nobody shows up, how do we switch to other sessions?
There's going to be a big button. Yeah, I'll do my best to make that easy. Yes.
What is the rubric for matching us up with other companies?
Oh, yeah. So that's a good question. So we've got that a lot. So how do we decide how we match you up? And so there's a lot of different factors that I put into place. So we take into the main ones are trying to get you matched up with people who are participating in the group session at the same time. So time zone and your availability are the two ones that probably will help factor the most. Then we try to get people, around you if it's possible. We try to match you based on the vertical that you said that you're being matched on. We try to match you up with variety. And so like if you're a team, like we try to have some weeks that you're going to match up with other teams. If you're a single founder or a female founder, you get points for looking similar to another company. So vertical is not just one, but just the makeup of your company, and then also progress as well. We add a little randomness there, so you're not always matched up with like everyone at your same level, because it's good to have some variety in your groups. But basically, the algorithm tries to do its best to find other people like you, but also inject variety throughout the course of the program, and then also add for uniqueness. I would say overwhelmingly, for those people who do attend, I think it's over 70% who rate the usefulness of the session at a 4 or 5. So overall, we're just like very thrilled with how the quality is. For those of you who just have had bad luck, people not showing up, or like you didn't really gel with the group, just keep participating, and hopefully you'll get mixed up with someone that will be much better. Yes. Access for mobile. We will not be making a mobile app. If you are doing the group video sessions, you should probably do it on a desktop computer with strong Wi-Fi / broadband connection, and ideally on Chrome is what I would recommend. If you think Kyle's going to make a dedicated mobile app, the answer is no, not a chance. All right, thank you so much. I'm going to hand it off to our great speaker today.